In this movie, I'm going to go over some typical drawing cleanup tasks that you should go through after you've received a CAD file from another source. So I've opened up a drawing that has XREFs attached to it, and I'll acknowledge the configuration options. And the first task that I always like to do is recommend going to Drawing Utilities and performing an audit on the CAD file itself. And you'll see a prompt. Do you want to fix any errors? And I usually say no, just so that I can get the report. And you can see down in the command line that it declares that the drawing is free of any CAD issues. That's always a good thing. Next step that I always go through is using the Drawing Cleanup Wizard. So we're going to go to the MS Tools ribbon, and over here in the Wizards section, if you look at the pop-up, the Drawing Cleanup Wizard. So what this has is it's just a wizard that has a series of very common cleanup tasks. Two of the things that I want to make sure that I'm doing is that I'm binding external references and that I'm exploding those external references. So that's going to allow me to merge the XREFs with the master drawing so that from this point on I'll be working with just one file. I won't go over all the other ones. It's something that's you want to be careful to review later on. Let's just pick on OK, and it'll go down to work, and this will take a little bit of while because it's actually doing quite a lot of work. So I'll just pause the playback for now. And now that the Drawing Cleanup Wizard has finished its tasks, we have a report. You can copy that to your clipboard if you need to, or you can cancel. So what we've done now is we've modified the drawing so that now if I zoom in on one of the entities that used to look like a block, now they're all individual entities, and more importantly those elements that were part of an XREF, they're now embedded in the drawing. So first step after doing this is go to Save As, because you don't want to overwrite your original file. So I'll just call this one Binded. Okay, next common task is you want to make sure that the units of the author of the drawing are the same as the units that you need to work on when you're laying it out. So what you typically want to do is zoom in on an element where you've got a good idea of what the original dimension would be. And so I'll zoom in on this door here. And so first what I'll do is I'll check on the drawing settings, ask for linear units, and I want to make sure that it's outputting decimal units. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go over to the Tools ribbon, and we see the Distance Inquiry button here. So I'm just going to check on what the length of this door is in the CAD file. Snap to both ends. And then you look down in the command line, it's showing us that this is a 24-foot long door. But I don't think that's true. I think it's much more likely that this is a 24-inch door. And so what that's telling us is that this drawing is created in inch units, and in order to do layout, I'm going to want to change it to feet. So back to the MS Tools menu, we've got another wizard that will accomplish that. You'll see from the pop-up the Rescale Drawing Wizard. So I'll select that. And you've got common conversion ratios to select from. So we've established that our drawing is in inches, and I'd like to output it as feet. You can change that if you have more unusual combinations. Or if you want, you can select custom conversion and you can type in an exact scale factor. I'm going to uncheck the option to rescale MicroSurvey labels because at this point we haven't added any points to the drawing. I select OK. And so what it's going to accomplish is it's going to thaw all the layers. It's going to scale the entire drawing down by a factor of 1/12 around the origin, and then it'll return the layer state to the way it was before. And so now that that's complete, let's go back to that door and we'll repeat the distance inquiry. Snap to one end, snap to the other. And now we're looking at 2 feet, which I believe is what we're looking for. Okay, now we've prepared the drawing so that we can start adding points to it and preparing it for layout. Thanks for your interest in this video.